the span across of the academic interest like strategic management, entrepreneurship, marketing strategies and communication, strategic HRM, business communication, and sustainability. He has a total of 21 years of experience in teaching with the 6 years of industrial experience with the giant companies. Also, he has participated into the various FDPs and presented the various research paper, which is maybe a more than 160 state level, international level, and national level conferences and seminar with the contribution to ISSN journal and ISBN publication. Notable prizes winning in the performance at the various conference and has his credit to publication in the UGC Care listed journal. The author has 3 books to his credit and Sportsman at the Heart and On Ground, a person with the fair grasp on the civic science. Again, he has the aim to excel the field of management education with the virtue of openness and learning to sharing the knowledge. Also, he is the director of that college. Now, I welcome you all, sir, to guide our students and with your wonderful wisdom knowledge. Once again, welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a good start, nicely introduced. And if you all allow me, can I share the screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, our director sir is with me. Our director sir is with me. Yes, sir. Sir will join soon. Yes.
Ji.
Yes.
Okay, I tried sharing the screen, but then it says host has disabled. So maybe
Yes,
you
sir.
can allow
Sir.
from there.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Allow.
You are host now, sir. Will you please?
Yeah, the slide is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Whenever you say, I can then just check if it is scrolling down. Slides are changing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whenever you say, I can start.
You can start, sir. Students are there.
All right. The moment director sir comes in, we can have some interaction, no doubt on that.
Sure, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me quickly start. Respected director, dear coordinators, dear students, I am Dr. Rajesh Kumar Pandey, and we together are going to have some interaction on the theme of leadership and resilience. In between, whenever you feel like, you can always interrupt and request. You can ask questions if you feel like. We have time constraint. In quick 1 hour, we have to complete the session. So let's quickly start. Hope the slide is visible to all. Someone can speak up. What exactly is this slide all about? I can just check like you are, looking at the slide. So what is written on the slide? Anyone? That will give me a hint.
People generally use the less than 20% of their potential and 80% of hidden and rarely brought into, sir, I can't read many.
True. Don't worry about it. I wanted to check, one is whether the slides are moving or not. And secondly, this slide is more important for everyone, whether be the leader or a non-leader. Usually, we have our 20% of the potential utilized, and the one who are the biggies, they potentially look into capitalizing on the rest 80%. So 80% is hidden. We will try our best in our academic career. We will look forward to get more into this 80%. be the change. Who is a leader? So the leadership is all about being the change. The difference that you wanted in others, you should have it. So walk the talk. That's leadership. Now, what is visible on screen? Someone can say, what exactly is this? I'll be happy if any of the students. What do we call this? So it's a hurdle race kind of. Okay. So a leadership, the picture highlights that, okay, one person out of the other is stepping ahead. Now, many a times we call a leader who is at an authoritative position. That may not be the absolute correct answer. So a leader is someone who leads himself towards the progress. There will be hurdles. There will be challenges. Now think about a few instances of your life and the way you tackled the same. You must have got some challenges in life. At present, you all are students. So the biggest challenge that you may have is studies, maybe the assignments, the examinations. So take 30 seconds, just think about few of the instances of
Hello.
your life and the
Hello,
way
sir.
you tackled the same.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Some student in waiting list. Will you please join? Admit them, please.
Admit, okay, just a second now. Where will be this particular section?
In participants,
Meet
sir.
में तो side में दिखता है.
In
Just
participant.
give me a moment. Participants. No? Admit all. I guess they are joining. Multiple host नहीं कर सकते वहां से, like I know you allowed me as a host because I have to share the screen.
Yes, sir.
एक बार आप चेक कर लेना, हम भी
Yes.
चेक करते रहेंगे यहाँ से. Don't
Yes.
worry.
Yes.
Let's take another 30 seconds. There are a few more, so I have admitted all. I think I have allowed everyone, so we can proceed now. Should I move ahead?
Yes, sir. Yes.
बीच-बीच में मैं check करता रहूँगा.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll keep checking.
Yes.
Yeah. So to all the dear students, by now you must have realized some of the instances of your life wherein some challenges came up. Let's talk a quick story on the dirty window, attitude building. A leader must have a good attitude. Now, one fine morning, let us consider, say, Akash. So Akash has a beautiful wife. The wife serves him the breakfast. He consumes the breakfast and comes to the office. While having breakfast, the wife says to the husband that our neighbor is not having a good detergent, or maybe the neighbor doesn't have a skill of washing clothes. The clothes are pretty much dirty, even though it is washed. Day one, the same point. Day two, the same point. 2-3 days continuously, when the husband listens to this, on a Sunday, he wakes up early. The husband wakes up early, and the wife was a bit amazed. What happened? On a Sunday, you woke up early. And he said nothing like that. Don't worry about it. The wife serves the breakfast and says to husband that, you know what? Our neighbor potentially has got a good detergent, or maybe have learned the skill of washing the clothes. And the husband says, why? What leads to this? Why are you assuming this? And the wife says, today the clothes are very much clean. The husband says, you know what? I woke up early today and I cleaned the window through which you were looking at those clothes. So the moral of the story is the window was dirty, not the clothes. So which means everyone in your life should clean the dirty window and look at the world. The world is good. And that is what leadership is all about. The leader never looks beyond a dirty window. He always has the window clean. Did you understand the story? Maybe one or two students, if you can just nod yes, no. At least will give me a confidence that yes, people are listening. In the online cases, this is a big challenge. Yeah, so Chetali says yes. Good. So likewise, if you can give me a hint, I'll understand whether people are listening or not. So good one. So let's move forward. Here is a quick story of leadership and business. PC Mustafa, the son of a daily wager from Kerala, is an engineer. In the mid 90s, he did his engineering. At Bangalore, he started his ID Fresh food product and took it to a greater height. Today evening, I'll request all the students to go on YouTube and potentially look at this particular ad. Everybody can vada. Now, what is this ad all about? This ad is all about making a mendu vada by the help of this particular packet. A South Indian, if anyone is South Indian in this group, will never have a mendu vada without a hole. And that is where you end up frying your fingers as well. Because your grandmother potentially knows the trick, but you don't. And hence, innovation was done by creating a packet of a sort whereby you can squeeze 4 to 6 vadas out of that particular premix and it will come up with a whole. Now, that was one story, but then as a leader, I am going to tell you the another story of this person, PC Mustafa. When they started, along with cousins, he started his business in mid 90s. By start of 2000, he got a call from Taj Hotel. At that moment, they were making snacks, snacking product like nachos, if you can recollect or recognize. So snacking products like nachos, they used to prepare. He got call from Taj Hotel. He went there. The person at Taj Hotel said that, okay, we are very happy with your snacking product, and we would like to give you an annual order kind of. Every day you need to supply. Nothing like it. He had tears in his eyes that if I can get a consignment from Taj Hotel, nothing better than this. And he said no to the offer. And that is where the trick comes, that who is a leader. He comes back home. The cousins ask him that what was the deal all about. And he said, I said no. And they said, why no to Taj Hotel? We would have lived happily ever after. Everything that we produce could have been consumed by the Taj Hotel. Why did you say no? And he said that, okay, my ethics didn't allow. Because they wanted to serve our snacking product with alcohol. साधारण सी भाषा में जिसे चखना कहते हैं. Now that is where the ethics come. He didn't want his product to be recognized as a companion to alcohol products. He said no. Now that's a big story, and that's a learning for all of you, that a leader is ethical. Challenges. You all need to just think about that, what all challenges a leader may have, and then think of solutions to the challenges. 30 seconds to all of you. Just think about it, that what can be challenges to a leader and what can be a solution. 30 seconds. Think about it. All right. So anyone who can maybe write in the chat or open the mic and say that what can be a leader's challenge? Anyone? What can be a leader's challenge? So communication can be a big challenge. That a leader potentially isn't communicating properly. So what can be potentially a solution to it? Communicate properly. Hope you are understanding it. So if a challenge is communication, he is not reaching to people appropriately. The better part is that he should communicate properly. How he can do it? So communication as a challenge can be met by openness. If you are open to people, you won't have communication problems. If you aren't open, many times people hesitate. Many times people hesitate. They do not communicate. And if challenge is communication, the better way to solve this challenge is to communicate. Likewise, there can be analytical challenges that you aren't able to analyze your business properly, forecast your business properly. How to solve this? What is the solution to this challenge? Is gearing up new skills. Learn analytics. Today there are several online courses to learn analytics. So in short, there can be several such challenges, though the students aren't saying it, but then I 100% believe that you are understanding this point, that okay, there can be challenge in leadership element, and those challenges can be mitigated, can be solved through your own efforts, provided that you are ethical in nature and you understand the challenge properly. Leadership and followership, another part. Great leaders start off as a great follower. If at all someone here is from MBA second year and you are joining company in next few months, you won't be straight away the leader. But then following your leader will be an art, will be something that you need to learn properly. Many a times people hesitate to follow. And one step towards leadership is followership. The moment you accept your leader, you start following him, you understand the leadership qualities, and a follower within no time becomes a good leader as well, because he understands the leader better. So do not hesitate or never feel like low when someone says that okay, you are a follower, you are not a leader. You can always turn back and say that okay, I'm learning leadership by being a good follower. Avoid the clutter. One of the leadership skill is avoid the clutter. Be straight. Be open to communication. Be straight. Be to the point, so that you learn the leadership skills better. People regard you better. Among the students only, there might be certain people who may have some friends जो गोल गोल ज्यादा बातें करते हैं, मुद्दे की बात बिल्कुल नहीं करते, ऐसे लोग लीडर नहीं बन सकते. If you wish to be a good leader, गोल गोल बातें नहीं करनी है. Be to the point. Be straight to the point, so that you can save time and communicate properly. So avoid the clutter. Here comes another attitude building. A trivia question. Anyone from the audience? What was the first attitude building story? Just name of it. इसके पहले जो एटीट्यूड बिल्डिंग की एक स्टोरी थी, उसका हेडिंग क्या था? In the message, anyone? Or maybe open the mic. Can you recollect? No one? You heard it, right? Attitude building. The first was dirty window, if you can recall. Right? Anyone? You can give me the hint that you are still listening to me. Yes, no? There are people still joining, so I have admitted them. All right. So dirty window was the first attitude building. The second is this, broken finger. Just imagine in your mind anyone of your choice, and this person reaches to the doctor and touches the shoulder and says, "Doctor, my shoulder is paining." Touches the head and says, "Doctor, my head is paining." Touches the elbow and says, "My elbow is paining." Touches the knee and says, "My knee is paining." In the sense, it's paining. Now, doctor listening to this particular patient says that, okay, there is a conceptual problem in you. It's not that your knee, elbow, shoulder, or head. It's your finger which is paining, and wherever you touch this finger, you feel like it's paining. So, broken finger. Always be to the point. We always do the analysis whereby we reach to the root cause. RCA कहते हैं, root cause analysis. So always understand the root cause. So a leader does it. A leader understands the root cause. So always remember this broken finger story. This I will skip as against the time constraint, testimonial leadership role. I had done a survey at Gulf Oil, so I could understand the role of leadership at Gulf Oil is more like workers' participation, effective communication, transparency, reward and recognition, adopting the change. These are all the role of leadership at Gulf Oil. I did a project at Gulf Oil Limited. Similar was a project at Blue Star Limited. So role of leadership, we understood that, okay, clear communication, teamwork, safety, culture, vibrant work culture, recognition, health and welfare. All these are the kind of role of leadership. So what is the takeaway? Someone, 1 or 2 points, if you can say, that what did we understand from this last 20-25 minutes? That who is a leader? Students, you can mention it in the chat, or you can open the mic and say that who is a leader? What did you understand in the last 20-25 minutes? No one? Start responding. I can understand many a times this online sessions won't go two-way kind of, but then we should make it. So anyone out of you can say 1 or 2 words that what makes you a leader? So let me give you a hint. In the past 20 to 25 minutes, what we have understood is that a leader is an initiator. A leader is someone who is ethical in nature. A leader is someone who works at the root cause. A leader is someone who cleans the window, which means you look at the positive things. This makes you a better leader. A leader is someone who communicates well. So if someone is having pen or paper, you can obviously write these things. A leader has to be ethical. A leader has to be a good communicator. A leader has to be someone who is positive, looks at the positiveness. A leader has to be someone who reaches to the root cause. A leader is someone who is pretty much straight to the solution of a problem rather having a clutter. So these 4 or 5 things we studied in the last 20-25 minutes, these were the takeaway from leadership element. Know yourself. This I thought that, okay, I'll be having a quick talk to you all, that you all will become the leader. So know yourself. Morale, skills, responsibility, aspirations. Every individual who wishes to become a leader must have skill set. Skill set pertaining to the task that you are going to perform, the career that you are looking forward to. You must build your morale. Your morale has to be high. You must assume responsibility. दूर नहीं भागना है, जिम्मेदारियों से दूर नहीं भागना है. You should catch up responsibilities so that it will train you to become a better individual. And always have high aspirations. कुछ कर गुजरना है, कुछ बेहतर करना है. You must have high aspirations. All these biggies, like say for example in sports, Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli. In Bollywood, people like Amitabh Bachchan, the Khans, Akshay Kumar, and the leading actresses as well. The industrialists like Adani, the Ambani, the Tata Group people, all these people had high aspirations. सपने बड़े होने चाहिए. So an individual, the way you should know yourself is keep your morale high, don't be low, acquire skill sets related to your area, assume responsibility, and aspire. Dream for big. Does that make sense? Anyone? Yes or no? You are liking it? Is the session, coordinators can maybe give me a hint. Session going on okay? Any student or the coordinator? So a lot of messages. Good thing. So through the chat area also you can interact, and quite nicely people have mentioned, okay, you are okay with it. All right, so we will continue. Yeah. So let's continue further. Resilience. The first part was leadership. So what exactly is resilience? Someone in the chat maybe write one word on it, or maybe open your mic and say, what is resilience to you? So if you have a notebook or a pen, mention this one word, bouncing back. Although 2 words, but then the concept is the same. Bouncing back is resilience. So many a times we find people who are low on their aspirations, they find failure in their efforts. So it's not all about failure. We learn from the failure as well. The idea is that are we resilient? Do we have the power to bounce back? The capacity to recover quickly from difficulties and toughness is resilience. All right, so who can be resilient? The someone who, say for example, faces any failure and promises that, okay, I'll come back. I will potentially look forward to better opportunities. I'll bounce back. And this has happened in many cases. Na? Industries mein hota hai. There are various industrialists whose products do not work. They potentially go ahead and find out better ways to solve the product. Today, you find Adani Group to be a leader. He also had challenges very recently, the legal challenges. But then did they stop there? No. They potentially came up strong. और आज कितना बढ़िया एडवर्टीजमेंट आता है अदानी का कि पहले पंखा आएगा फिर बिजली आएगी. So the concept is of wind power. पहले पंखा, the windmill, and then electricity. Similarly, they come up with their advertisements on the Fortune brand grocery products. And they say that, okay, we have done it so much. In the sense, we potentially have several such products in our kitty. So we didn't stop. Why are you stopping? So we'll move forward. That what is resilience? A capacity that reflects in behavior, deals with challenge, change, relates to overcoming some unwanted situations. So resilience is more about overcoming. You may have certain downfall in life, but then to overcome that is resilience. So bouncing back is resilience. Why resilience and leadership together? So a leader is a resilient person. All right. If you become a leader tomorrow, be resilient. Don't face the setback in a sense that nothing can happen now. Everything can happen if you choose for it to happen. There have been examples. If someone out of you is a cricketer, knows the story of Sachin Tendulkar around 2007 and 8. He was potentially at the low of his performances. He bounced back. If people know about Amitabh Bachchan from the Bollywood fraternity, he was almost bankrupt. He was bankrupt actually. 97, 98, 99. And then came कौन बनेगा करोड़पति. सबसे पहले वही करोड़पति बने, Amitabh Bachchan. But then he bounced back. And today, if you see the last 20 years of Amitabh Bachchan, is much more successful than the first 20 years. Close to 50 years he has been in the industry. There have been people in the industrial fraternity as well. The products don't do well, but they bounce back. Hence, we are linking leadership with resilience. Why should we care for resilience? 30 seconds on the screen. Okay, so why should we care for resilience? Tough time can come anytime. The outcome depends on how we respond in the bad times. Me and you sitting here today, we have one accolade common, that we have survived COVID. So COVID-19, coronavirus, that close to 2 years were very threatful. But then we all tried. We all took our own efforts and we survived. So that is where it comes that, okay, tough time can come anytime. So have the lesson of resilience in your mind. How to bounce back and meet the respective target, meet the success. Now the dilemma is resilience inborn or can be developed? What is your take? So someone to involve all the members, ये कुछ chat में दिख रहे थे, building trust, any other point? So look at this question and say that, okay, do you feel resilience is inborn or can be developed? What is your thought? You can mention in the chat. Is resilience, or for that matter leadership, inborn or can it be inculcated? Can it be developed? So can be developed. Many people are coming up with the point. Radhika ne bola can be developed. Pooja is saying. So likewise jo hai. So you have understood it fine. Leadership ho, resilience ho, everything can be developed with